grow a $1 trillion economy, electricity must be fixed. That is not the case today, but we know that the president directed last year that all impediments to power sector should be removed. But I'm afraid to say that critical people who should help to see the president's vision come alive have failed to do so. May I use this opportunity to call on them to help translate the president's initiative idea to action. Nigerians need improvement in access to electricity. With the power sector is owed a lot of money.
And the Nigerian Shippers Council is on the verge of a major shift as the Nigerian Port Economic Regulatory Agency bill awaits President Bola Tinubu's signature. Executive Secretary of the Council, Mr. Pius Akuta, made this known at the Council's 2025 operational retreat in Abeokuta, Ogun State. TVC News senior business correspondent Ifunanya Eze has the story.
The Executive Secretary, Mr. Pius Akuta, says the bill mirrors the current administration's drive to streamline port operations and strengthen regulation, adding that the establishment of the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy is proof of the President's focus on the sector.
In our current status, we have continued to work assiduously for the industry by reducing arbitrary charges, enhanced stakeholders' engagement, and robust dispute resolutions. We have never stopped even as we are transiting. We are still working very hard. This transition, when fully operational, would be an evolutionary case study in Nigeria's maritime and study regulatory framework and port regulatory framework. We are fully supported and encouraged by the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy.
Former Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Mrs. Umfon Usoro, also spoke at the retreat. She stressed the need for a dedicated economic regulator to oversee fiscal matters.
We all recognize that in transiting to an economic regulator, their scope, their role is wider than the current role now, and there is need, as has been identified already, there's need for more investment in training, which will assist them in performing those roles related to setting minimum or maximum standards.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Shippers Council's Director of Strategic Planning and Research, Mr. Rotimi Anifowoshe, underlined the importance of middle managers, describing them as the backbone of the Council's daily operations.
In a fast-moving environment like ours, your ability to adapt, make informed decisions, and lead with confidence is what makes Shippers Council competitive in the marine and blue economy sector of our nation.
If signed into law, the bill, known as the Nipera Bill, is expected to reposition the Shippers Council at the heart of Nigeria's maritime growth. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News.
Retiring directors in 3 companies within the Nigerian Exchange Group have been honored for helping to build market structures, systems, and procedures. Efyong Ekop reports.
And let me start by appreciating the fact
the management of the Nigerian Exchange Group puts up this evening of appreciation for the recognition of contributions of retired directors of the 3 companies in the group. It was an event that brought together market regulators, operators, investors, and government officials. The respected Oni of Ife also attended the event.
These directors, our honorees, were more than boardroom figures. They were torch bearers. They were catalysts of change who understood that progress is not simply handed down, it must be envisioned, built, and sustained.
The very, very foundation upon which economies and nations are built. And they are not things to be toyed with. And it is for that reason that those who contribute to market developments are not taken lightly. Indeed, in markets across the world, you have regulations that are named after market contributors. The Reg S regulatory approval, for instance, in the US.
Retiring directors of the group, 16 in number, including the former NGX Group CEO, Mr. Oscar Onyema, were called up on stage to receive plaques of honor. Great attention was given to the family of former chairman of NGX Group, Mr. Bimbola Ogubanjo, who died in a plane crash in the U.S., alongside the former CEO of Access Holdings plc, Mr. Herbert Uwigwe. Director General of Securities and Exchange Commission, Emomotsimi Agama, praised the government for enacting the new IST laws.
On the passage and signing into law of the ISA 2025. My appreciation goes particularly to Mr. President and the Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy and the Minister for State for Finance for such a wonderful job.
It was indeed an evening of fun and entertainment. A general appeal was made for Nigerians to consciously invest their money in the shares and securities at the stock exchange. Ifyong Ekop, TVC News, Lagos.
But the Nigerian stock markets joined other global exchanges in driving price recovery bids after some levels of dull